How do I answer the question? Do you have a buyer? The number one thing you're absolutely going to hear from every single buyer owner is, do you have a buyer? And they're very skeptical of your answer because they've already asked 25 to 50 agents that. And some agents go, yeah, yeah, that's the ticket. I have a buyer. Yeah, sure. And they could read through it. And they're getting kind of irritated because agents come to the property, they say they have a buyer, and within minutes pitch them on why they should hire them as an agent. And it's just, sellers just get doggone, right, doggone ticked off, if you will. So, what is your response right now if I said to you, hey, thanks for coming over to see my property? Um, who's your buyer? Do you have a buyer? And now, don't lie because you don't have a buyer. You know, a couple things about realtors is when we go on listing interviews, we claim to be marketing geniuses, that, we are awesome at marketing. Where a month ago we weren't even real estate, but now we're marketing geniuses, which means we're going to use the MLS and it'll do its thing. And the question is that any different than any other realtor could do? That's a different story. So because you have to have some kind of plan which is truthful and proactive. So back to the question, do you have a buyer? And so here's what I'm comfortable with agents I coach sharing, and that is I have two resources. I have these three loan officers on the sheet of paper, show them the sheet of paper, that I work with loan officers who carry a large portfolio of buyers. And some of those buyers have not been assigned yet because they're in the pre-approval process. But I know what they're looking for. So my goal today was to come out because 90% of buyers who get pre-approved in this price range who are getting pre-approved, get pre-approved. So I was being proactive, coming out here to see if your property is a match for any of these LOs who have buyers that are in the pre-approval process. In addition, from time to time, I may get relocation assignments, whether it's Fox Financial. I work with a gentleman, Fox Financial Relocation. Work with a gentleman named Brian Kelsey, who has been involved in relo for a long time, or from some of these third-party relocation companies where, Graber Relocation, Executive Relocation, American Relocation. Um, um, I, there's so big ones there. Just Google third-party relocation companies, and even if your company has relocation referrals, are you an approved or certified relocation agent? Because you sat through a 3-hour seminar and now they say you're approved. That's the way it is. So when somebody asks you that, you've got to respond with something where they go, that sounds interesting. But then you've got to follow up with a question back to them because you've got to retake control. Who is in charge? It's the one who asked the last question. And so to make sure that you don't get painted into a corner where then they start saying, okay, great. What's your average sale price? Do you sell a lot around here? And you may go, I've never even been in this subdivision or in this street. And it's going to happen. If you let the seller start to ask you questions, they will start to eliminate you. So ideally, they're asking you nothing, and that can eliminate you. Put it that way, nothing that can eliminate you. And so, in summary here, we want to make sure that you're prepared for the question, hey, Brian, do you have a buyer right now? Hopefully this audio has helped you uh, do it again and again and again, because hear this 20 times, practice 20 times, because it's a vignette. You're going to get asked it. And if you haven't practiced it, you could turn red. When I've had agents go, I just turned red, I kind of froze. Well, if you practice it 20 times, it'll come out naturally. And then what question are you going to ask them as soon as you bring clarity in response to what they're looking for? You've got to retake control and ask a question about the property. about their situation, things of that nature. There you go. Thank you.